Hi, I'm Chris White, President of ViaSim Solutions, the makers of pen blocks. Welcome to the second video of a four-part series on understanding business systems and choosing the right tool for the job. In the first video, we learned about the complexity of a business process or system and where to focus in that process to make improvements based on the complexity. For simple systems or processes, you focus on the parts, and for more complex business processes or systems, you focus on the relations. Now we're going to talk about how to model these business systems. There are three main classes of models, and they range from low fidelity to high fidelity. In here, let's let fidelity represent the robustness or the reality that's captured within that model. At the lowest level of fidelity, you have ad hoc models, and these are just models that are kind of thrown together however. There's no consistent structure, and the quality can vary greatly, depends on who's building the model. At the next level are analytical or mathematical models. These tend to be equations. You may have seen sales forecast trends, things like that. They focus on data, and with these equations you can directly calculate a future value. So if I want to know what happens 10 years in the future, I type t equals 10 into the equation, and it directly calculates that value for 10 years in the future. At the next level of fidelity is operational or activity-based models. And these capture the actual execution of processes and activities to generate these future projections. So they are focused on the structure of the system. Now, why does the type of modeling approach matter? Well, we want to balance risk and reality. Larger and more complex business systems and processes require a more realistic modeling approach to capture sufficient detail and reduce risk. So, if we go back to the four-quadrant diagram for process complexity, at the low end, few parts, few relations, we have simple processes. At the high end, we have many parts and many relations, and those are complex processes. Now, what we're going to do is map these modeling approaches over these four quadrants. So, at the simple, the low complexity end, ad hoc models are typically sufficient. For medium complexity, analytical or mathematical models are more appropriate. And of course, for very complex processes, at the high end with many parts and many relations, operational models are more appropriate. Just to summarize, we're going to balance risk and reality. The modeling approach should match the level of complexity in the system or the process. Also, it is not economical to use complex or high fidelity modeling approaches on simple processes. It's just overkill. Then again, it's too risky to use simple or low fidelity modeling approaches on complex processes. At that point, you're missing detail that needs to be included to make the analysis relevant. So, in the first video, we learned about system complexity and where to focus in a business process to make improvements. Now you know which modeling approach to use. Thank you.